Hi, my name is John Erickson. I am a community consultant. My company's name is Civitas, and I'd like to talk to you today about community marketing. If you're listening to the audio version, I have the same talk on YouTube, so you can see the slides and see my face. If you don't want to see my face, I also will have a copy of the slides in the show notes, and I will do my best to describe the slides as we go. I'm not sure how successful we'll be. So here we go. It's a short 3 slides. The first slide says community marketing, and the subhead is letting your customers do the talking. And this is the concept that I want to talk to you about. How is it that you can sell your company to your customers and potential customers? The traditional way, which is the second slide, is what I call one-to-many marketing. And in the center you have your brand, and then from that you've got piles of customers, and each pile has a label on top called a persona, and the message is coming from the brand to the customers via the persona. And I've been to a number of these meetings where we talk about how do we sell this company, and it always starts with the brand. And you'll talk about famous brands, very successful brands like Coke, like Apple, maybe IKEA. And the important thing about the brand is, what does it make you feel? What does it make customers, what does it make people feel when they see your brand name? Because feeling is how people make decisions. So with IKEA, it's a Swedish company, so all the colors that they use on their logo and in their marketing material is blue and yellow. And then they put Swedish words to name all their products, and then they sell Swedish meatballs. And then because you have to assemble the products yourself, they have pictograms, very iconic pictures, which someone like me who loves Legos is really excited about, and I think other people are always daunted by. And then the stores are massive, and so it's like IKEA, part of the brand is welcoming you in. They have a restaurant that you can come sit at and eat between looking around at things. It's an event. It's this whole thing. So that's what IKEA's brand is and how it relates to their product. And then you want to divide that your customer base into personas. And so one persona might be a 50-year-old man who's looking for furniture to put in his remodeled living room. And maybe, I don't know, call that persona John. And then you might have another persona, which is a 20-year-old who's going to college and setting up her first apartment. She's just starting to build her house. And you might have other personas. And then you want to direct your message to these people. So you find out what television shows the 50-year-old person is watching, and you direct those advertisements to that person. You find out what social media the 20-year-old woman is following. You direct the message there. So that's the traditional marketing. Well, turns out that's not how a lot of people operate. That's not how a lot of products are purchased. We've always bought IKEA couches, and as it happens, we remodeled and we have a living room that needs a new couch. And instead of going directly to IKEA and seeing what they have, we already know, we've been there a lot. My wife went to Facebook and she said, hey, we're looking for a new couch. Does anyone have any recommendations? And sure enough, one of her friends said, Macy's has this great couch. You should go look at it. And we went to the Macy's showroom, which is a whole story. And we sat on a bunch of couches and we agreed that is a really great couch. And so we bought it, and it's in our living room now. And I have no idea what the name of the couch is. I don't think it's a Macy's couch. I think they're just selling it, right? So it's not like IKEA. I have no idea what the name of the couch is. The brand means nothing. And even if it was a brand that I could tell you and you could recognize, we didn't buy it that way. We bought it because of word of mouth, which is more and more common these days and will continue to be important for you to at least understand. The other thing is, unless you are a gigantic brand, in which case you really don't need my advice, your brand doesn't matter. I mentioned the name of my company, Civitas, at the beginning. Do you care? No. Is anyone ever going to care? Probably not. It's just, I'm trying to present myself in a certain way. May or may not do anything in the long run, because I honestly don't think my brand matters, because it's just not important enough in your life. So what is important? Well, this is where I get to community marketing. Remember when I mentioned my wife going to Facebook? There's lots of ways that people are talking about you, but they're not talking about your brand. They're talking about your product, in all likelihood. Again, unless you're Coke, in which case you don't need my advice. So where are they? Well, they might be on Facebook, might be on other social media platforms, they might be in reviews on Amazon or maybe on your website or somewhere else. They might be in message, just forums or chat message groups. It might be in person. Who knows where people are having conversations about your product? But if you have an interesting enough product, you can guarantee that people are talking about it. And what are they saying? Well, this is where things get complicated. What you'd really like is for everyone to be excited. And so this particular slide has a big product in the center and all the customers around it, and some of the customers are talking about it. And one of the customers is sort of this pink or salmon colored, and that customer is saying, "Product, excited!" exclamation point. And of course, that's what you want. You want to grab all those and put them in your marketing materials and your advertisements and say, "Customer X said product," and they're very excited about it. There's another group of people. This is in the picture. It's sort of a burgundy color. I don't know. And they are, product, period. It's fine. It does what we need. It's not too expensive. It's not going to change my life. It's the best we could find. I guess it's good, right? Do you put that in your marketing material? Maybe. I don't know. That'd be a little bit weird. It's not over the top excited, but it's probably the majority of your customers who are just fine. It's satisfying. We like it. And then there are customers who don't understand your product or confused or having problems. And I put these in sort of yellow, and their little speech bubble says, "Product?" ? They don't really understand what you're selling. There's something wrong with it. Oh, the couch I bought, it's stained, right? I couldn't figure out how to get it out of the box. It doesn't recline. I thought I bought a recliner. It was mismarketed, or I didn't understand what I was buying. These are customers who are not happy potentially about your product. And that's a lot scarier to deal with as a company. Do you want to even hear those people? Do you want to give them a platform? Well, I want to tell you right now, again, if your product is interesting, people are talking about it. If they're talking about it in a positive way or a negative way, they're out there somewhere. And so the key is, are you part of that conversation? Are you talking back? Are you saying to the customer who loves your product, "Great, we're so happy. Can we use your words in our marketing material?" Maybe the people are blah about it. What can we do better? How can we fix it? And the people are confused. Like, how do we get to this place? How do we straighten this person out, right? Or straighten their problem out? And you might end up saying, "Look, you bought the wrong product. We're so sorry you ended up with the wrong product. We'll try to fix it for later," or we'll try to make things right in one way or another. And even if that customer isn't totally happy with the solution, you have an opportunity to change their perception about the product so they're not bad-mouthing you to other people. And that only happens if you are involved. Now, you could go out and try to find all these conversations, and I think there's some value to that. But it's even better if you have a place for people to talk about it that you are part of and you know exactly where they are. And so instead of hiding customer complaints, set up a forum and have people come and say, "Here's the problem I had with the product." And then you can say, "Oh, I see what you're doing. Here's the workaround." Maybe even other customers can say, "Oh, yeah, you're using that wrong. Here's how I use it. And that totally solves the problem. This is why I'm happy with it." Maybe you have to change your product to meet their needs. You suddenly have possibilities if you're actually in the conversation. If you're speaking down to people, they're not responding to you because the message is just not falling on soil that's ready to respond to it. And that's what I found every time I did traditional marketing, is we would have these great messages perfectly targeted to a persona. We would communicate them and it would fall on deaf ears. I've never had that problem with community marketing. When you get people talking about your product and you find where they are and you're part of the conversation, it opens up everything. And people are so much happier if they have a place they can come and either yell at you or praise your product, or even just work with each other to try to figure out how to make the product work better for them. Focusing on customer solutions and how you can be a part of that. So, on that note, if you want to do more community marketing, if you want to find out how to set up a forum, if you want to find out how to be involved in these conversations, I believe I'm a great resource. And you don't have to just quietly email me. I'm going to put a link to a forum topic where you can respond directly. You can respond in the YouTube comments too. I don't know if I'll get around to reading them. I should, obviously, but I will have a forum available. And any way that you can reach me, any way that this is shared with you, I'd love to hear your feedback. And again, my information will be available in the notes. Great. Well, I hope to talk with you later. Bye.